We are Hoop Central, and this is why you should never disrespect Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, the Slovenian sensation and now Los Angeles Lakers superstar, is not just a basketball prodigy. He's a walking, talking embodiment of revenge. When players disrespect him, they quickly learn that poking the bear is a terrible idea. Luka has a knack for turning trash talk, disrespect, and doubt into fuel for his fiery performances. Here are some of the most memorable instances where players disrespected Luka, only to watch him drop jaws, break ankles, and leave them regretting their words.
With the third pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Luka Doncic from Ljubljana, Slovenia.
Luka and Trae Young have been tied to each other since draft night, when they were actually swapped for one another. That's right, in a different universe, Luka was the one who played for the Hawks, while Trae went to Dallas.
Fifth pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Trae Young from the University of Oklahoma.
Maybe that is one of the reasons why people were always comparing the two and mentioning them in the same sentences. They were like the two sides of the same NBA coin. In the beginning, a lot of people said that Trae, with his flashy handles and deep range, was the better player.
Young step back.
Even Trae himself seemed to lean into the rivalry, subtly suggesting he was the more dynamic talent. In their first NBA matchup on December 12, 2018, Luka dropped 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Got bumped by Collins and throws in a prayer and is in utter disbelief.
Outplaying Trae, who had 18 points and 10 assists.
The easy part.
Young with a drive and Young with a fancy finish.
He can guard it because he's
But the real revenge came in the years that followed. Luka quickly established himself as a perennial MVP candidate, while Trae hasn't reached those same heights. Luka's 73-point game in January of 2024 was just another reminder of who the true alpha of the 2018 draft class was. Trae Young is a talented basketball star, but is he as good as Doncic? The debate for some reason rages on, but Luka obviously has his opinion. Before we move on, do us a favor and help us grow by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. We have new videos weekly, and you don't want to miss them. Now, how about more jaw-dropping Luka Doncic moments, shall we? Pat Beverley. Is there anyone he hasn't upset at one point? For years, Pat Bev was the NBA's self-proclaimed first-team all-defense pest, and was known for getting under opponents' skin. In a game between the Mavericks and the Clippers during the 2020 NBA playoffs, Beverley hit a shot over Luka and then hit him with a too small gesture, implying Luka wasn't big enough to guard him. Big mistake, Bev. Luka then took it upon himself to obliterate Beverley and the Clippers. In Game 4 of that series, Luka dropped a historic 43-point, 17 rebounds, 13 assists, triple-double, capped by a game-winning buzzer beater in overtime.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer, bang, bang!
The Mavericks didn't win the series, but Luka's performance was a masterclass in making disrespectful opponents pay. During the same 2020 playoff series against the Clippers, Marcus Morris Sr. took his physicality to another level. In Game 5, it sure looked like Morris intentionally stepped on Luka's injured ankle, a dirty play that sparked a ton of outrage. Oh, silly Marcus. Hadn't you learned to not mess with Luka yet? Doncic shot back by dropping 38 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists in Game 6, forcing a Game 7. While, like we said before, the Mavericks ultimately lost the series, Luka's resilience and dominance sent a clear message. You can try to hurt him, but you can't break him. The Phoenix Suns were the darling of the 2021-2022 NBA season, finishing with the best record in the league. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and the rest of the Suns were confident heading into their Western Conference semifinal matchup against Luka and the Mavericks. They basically felt the series was in the bag, and they were prepping themselves for the Western Conference Finals. Big mistake. What followed was one of the most humiliating playoff collapses in NBA history. After the Suns took a 2-0 series lead, Luka went full Terminator mode. In Game 7, with the series tied 3-3, Luka delivered one of the most iconic performances of his career. He scored 35 points in the first half alone, outscoring the entire Suns team by himself.
15 points, the switch. Doncic with 16. Into Biombo, doubled inside, give him 18, and a stunning on the play. 27-point lead, down goes Johnson, 3, Luka, bullseye. Oh no.
The Mavericks went on to win 123-90, and Luka finished with 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists in just 3 quarters of play.
Thing about his game that gives him comfort.
Doncic shot clock is down to 4 and a 3 by Luka.
As the game slipped away, the Suns fans who had chanted "Luka sucks" were left in stunned silence. The Suns' offseason was filled with questions and some finger-pointing, while Luka cemented his status as one of the most clutch players in the league. To this day, people still refer to Luka as Devin's father, which is really an ultimate insult that may live on forever. Rudy Gobert, the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, has long been considered one of the best rim protectors in the NBA.
Howard's been tough in the paint. Rudy with a swat. Get out of here.
In a regular season game in 2021, Gobert and his Utah Jazz seemed confident they could contain Luka. Luka took that personally, and then went on to score 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists in a dominant win.
Between the Mavs and Jazz, Dallas led for a combined 19 seconds in 2 games.
He repeatedly targeted Gobert in pick-and-roll situations, forcing the Jazz to bench their star defender in crunch time.
A touch.
Oh, look at
The Mavericks won the series in 6 games, and Luka's ability to neutralize Gobert's defensive impact was a key factor.
went up.
I felt you on that one, Hart.
Luka, he's fouled by O'Neal.
In the 2023-2024 season, Luka faced criticism for his weight and conditioning. Some people said he wasn't in peak shape and that it was affecting his performance. It was a joke among the NBA. Luka wasn't thinking about beating the Denver Nuggets because he was too busy devouring chicken nuggets. Now, some playful joking is all well and good, but Luka was listening, and he wanted revenge. Because of all the trash talk and the ridiculing about his body, Luka Doncic wanted to settle the score and show the world that the only thing big about him was his unparalleled talent. In January 2024, he dropped 73 points against the Atlanta Hawks, tying the 4th highest scoring game in NBA history.
Johnson up on Luka, down the lane, stopping, back to the basket, and Rashawn Holmes in the game for a depleted Dallas center rotation.
He was everywhere in that game and simply could not be contained. Again and again throughout the match, he made it all look so easy.
Luka, baseline, yeah baby.
Luka's just toying with the Hawks defense.
And you can bet no one was calling him fat as his total just kept going higher and higher.
Physicality on offense as well.
32 points now in the first half with the 2 free throws.
But guess what? Luka wasn't done. He was at it again just nights later. He then dropped 45 on the Orlando Magic and 40 on the Milwaukee Bucks. It was perhaps the most productive week for Doncic and a career-defining moment. People wanted to trash talk and call him out, and he was ready to hear it all and respond with dominant performance after dominant performance. That really said it all in the end. And even though some people still critique the way he treats his body, no one is ever willing to count him out. Luka Doncic is a once-in-a-generation talent with a killer instinct and a memory like an elephant. I said memory, not body, Luka. Leave it alone. When players, teams, and analysts disrespect him, they quickly learn that it's a mistake. Whether it's dropping 73 points, hitting game winners, or humiliating entire teams in the playoffs, Luka has made it clear. Trash talk at your own risk. Thank you for joining us for our look at why you should never disrespect Luka Doncic. Put in the comments below which one was your favorite. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you get the latest content right when it drops. Until then, lay out the donuts, will ya? We'll see you next time.